People have asked me, why Herbalife? And I want to give you just a little list of why Herbalife has become such a remarkable company in the last 15 years. A couple of years in the planning, putting the products together. When I first met Mark, Dick Marconi and those others who helped Mark put this product together, now stretches back about 17 years. Why in the last 17 years has Herbalife reached this incredible place, head and shoulders above the rest in the industry? One of the most remarkable business stories of the 20th century. How did we get here? And I want to give you the list. Here's number one, leadership. Unless somebody steps out front, I'm telling you, nothing's going to happen. You can have the finest products, you can have the finest marketing, you can produce the finest literature, but unless somebody leads the way, the products will gather dust on the shelf. And the marketing plan will be a lifeless set of numbers locked away in some closet. But when somebody takes up the products, takes up the marketing numbers and the idea and steps out front and leads the way, that's what makes something like this finally happen. And I couldn't be more proud of anyone in my life than I am of Mark Hughes, leader of Herbalife. What an incredible job he's done. From the background he came from, no college education, no university education, 9th grade dropout, right? His mother and the tragedy she had. The judge had to decide who he was to live with when he was a little kid. Never met his father until he was 20. And in spite of all of that, found a dream, put it together, and step by step made it work. That's the first prerequisite for something that finally happens like this after 17 years, and that's leadership. Somebody willing to step out front, not only to take advantage of the opportunity, but to take on the responsibility. And Mark has done it now, the last 17 years, with more dignity than any other executive I know around the world. He did it with more courage than anybody else I know. I don't know everybody, but the ones I do know, top executives around the world, nobody's had more courage, nobody's had more dignity, nobody's learned more skills, been more powerful as a leader than Mark Hughes. That's number one. Then, of course, Mark couldn't do it by himself. Not too long ago, Mark realized that in order to go country by country around the rest of the world, he was going to have some help. And he called on the president's team. And he said, I want you to leave your family once in a while, make arrangements in your country to have everything done so you can go visit another country. And the last 2.5 years has seen the most remarkable explosion of people dedicated to an idea as the president's team have crisscrossed the world, leaving their organization, leaving their families for a while, picking up an airline ticket, and someone from Australia heads to Italy, and someone from Italy heads to North America. Someone from Spain goes to South America. It has been the most incredible response to a call that I've ever seen in all of my business history the last 40 years. And my hat's off to those who lended a hand to Mark Hughes, called the President's Team. I'm proud of you. What a job you've done. I'm telling you, some books are going to be written. One about the dream and the vision of Mark Hughes, but also those that picked up the challenge, like the President's Team sitting out here in front of me on this incredible morning. I'm proud of you. Some of you have become my dearest friends. You've become part of my family. This has been the most extraordinary thing that's ever happened to me. I come from a very small family, like one. I mean, I'm it. I'm the prettiest and I'm the ugliest. I'm the youngest and I'm the oldest. I'm the best and I'm the worst. So, an only child. But when I came, About 9 years ago, when Mark invited me to come on board, I asked the Herbalife distributors back then if they would please adopt me. Since I was an only child, didn't have any brothers and didn't have any sisters. And guess what they did? They said, we will become your brothers and your sisters. Welcome to the Herbalife family. What an exciting day that was for me. So number one, to build a company like this, it takes leadership. Here's number two, the products. What a display we've had here of the history of health and nutrition and these incredible products that have spun out these incredible testimonials the last 15 years. Now millions of people have used these products. And now comes along the best of the best, Dermagetics, now the finest. Mark said, won't settle for anything but the best. And the testimonials now are gonna start to flow from Dermagetics. But what a history it's been. 15 years of quality, second to none. Nothing but the finest. And of course, the best proof of the value of the products is the testimonials. For every testimonial we hear, remember there's thousands that we don't hear. For every testimonial that reaches our ears, there's thousands more that never get to us. There's thousands more testimonials that never appear in an Herbalife journal. So when you hear a testimonial, try to have the vision of all the thousands and tens of thousands of testimonials that are out there working, that are out there doing the job, making Herbalife what it is today, whether it reaches the journal or whether it reaches you or not. Number two is products. Number three, the marketing. I've been around business now for the last 35, 40 years in a very intensive way, and I've never seen a company more generous than Herbalife. I'm telling you, there's been nothing like it. And the climax of Herbalife's generosity is going to be displayed on this platform this evening when the millions will be passed out to those that deserve it by taking Herbalife around the world. I can't wait for the ultimate display of Herbalife's generosity tonight, right here on this stage. It's going to be incredible. And when somebody asks you, how does Herbalife pay? I'm sure after tonight, you're going to say you should have been in Atlanta, Georgia, January 1995, when the climax of Herbalife's marketing was displayed by those who got the most extraordinary bonuses any company in the world pays. I'm glad I'm here to watch it all. And I want you to soak it up. Take it back with you, the stories. Try to get to meet some of the people who are going to be honored on this stage this evening. It's going to be incredible. Now, here's the fourth reason why Herbalife is so successful. Over these last 15, 16 years, Mark Hughes knew that he could not do the job by himself. Mark knew that he could take the product to his grandmother, but he couldn't take it to everybody's grandmother. He knew that he could take the product to his family, but not everybody's family. So Mark said, I need some help. Rather than advertise on the newspaper and television, radio, I'm going to give that money to some people who will help me. And so Mark put together this incredible marketing system and invited people to join. And I did come in when Herbalife was just a few months old to that first big meeting they had and watched Jerry Shatanovich, watched Doug Stuntz and those others as they responded to the call that Mark gave them and said, help me with this dream and I will reward you. Promises were made in those early days. Mark promised Jerry and Doug that if they would stick around him, he would teach them everything he knew and would help them every way he possibly could. They promised Mark that if Mark took his time and taught them, inspired them, and gave them his attention, that they would be dedicated and they would follow and that they would go do their best. And here's what's exciting about those promises that were made 15 years ago. Those promises still are working today in 1995. And now Mark is still making the promise to you, the promise to me, that he will continue to grow. He'll continue to learn. He'll continue to pass along to all of us his most valuable experience. And he will walk with us each step of the way. And all of you that have arrived at this extravaganza today is proof that you have also promised to Mark that you will study, you will learn, you will grow, and you will help him take this product out and touch the lives of millions of people after you walk out of this Atlanta Dome. And I want to be around for a lot of years to come to watch that promise come true as we march back to our countries, back to our villages, back to our cities, and walk the streets again, make the calls again, conduct the meetings again, touch the people again. It's going to be extraordinary now what's going to happen after this assembly has gotten back to where you came from. I'm telling you, your city will never be the same again. Your family will never be the same again. Your meetings will never be the same again after this extraordinary experience. When you talk to a customer, I'm telling you, they will never be the same again. When you have a training class, it's not going to be like the training classes you had before you got here. After this experience, it's going to be a whole new deal. I can't wait to watch it all unfold. Fantastic. The distributors now is what has made Herbalife come alive. The distributors that tell the story, the distributors that conduct the meetings, the distributors that take the products to the marketplace. I couldn't be more proud of a group of people than I am of you. The stories you've collected, the products you've sold, the times you've been out there when it wasn't that easy to get the job done, when people around you told you that you were crazy, or that it wasn't going to work for you, or what gave you a clue that you could become successful. Yeah, Herbalife talks about getting rich, but it's not going to happen to you. I'm telling you, all of you in this room have been out there working in spite of all of that. And when the weather was bad and the nights were long and the criticism was deep, you went out there and did it anyway. And I'm telling you, the magic of Herbalife is sitting right here in this room. And I want to congratulate you for that. It's your hands that make it work. It's your voice that make it work. It's your words that give the dream content so that somebody can understand it, so that somebody can see it, so that someone can act on it. That's the part you play. And those are the 4 reasons why Herbalife is so tremendously successful. Leadership, products, marketing, and the hands and the voices of the distributors who take it to the marketplace.
Oh my goodness. Stop the share. Let's get it. We already recording. Bet it. Let's get it.
You may have heard about the company Herbalife that sells diet products.
Let me get that off the way. Anyway, Jared Cooper, active World team member. Welcome everybody to the call who's their first time on the call. For those who's watching in the future, for those who's getting on now, for those getting on while we're doing it. Jared Cooper, active World team member. Been in the business for 6 years and like 3 months. Only been actually active for about 5.5 years, maybe even 5 years. My sponsor basically was one teammate. He moved down to LA. I watched him start hanging out with these people. I started watching him get fit. I started watching him go to this spot with other people drinking shakes. This is when Instagram first came out. I was like, bro, what are you doing? Not really what are you doing, but I was watching. I'm like, oh, he's doing something a little bit different. But I understood that he was doing something positive and now he was making money because he came from worse circumstances than me. So basically I saw him making money. I kind of inquired about it, wasn't really serious about it. Then he hit me with it like, yo, you should do this. You're already an athlete. You can already talk to people. And I know you're trying to gain weight and get a scholarship. So I was like, you know what? Might as well do it. Signed up, didn't do anything for like 6 months. So for the first 6-7 months, I didn't do not a thing, didn't post on Instagram. I didn't even have the products. I did not even taste the shake. I didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? It was about to be 2014. I was broke. I was in a position where I needed to make more money, and I was a college athlete, so I didn't have time to go get a job. You know, I was traveling. I had study hall. I had film. I had practice. I had games. I had actual school. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't no time for a 21-year-old kid at the time to get a job. So I'm like, you know what? I might as well do Herbalife, something that's going to get me some money while I'm already doing something. Started applying myself. Hit supervisor in my first like 3 months just retailing the products. And I'm going to tell you guys something, right? From my personal experience doing Herbalife, I wasn't joining to go to president's team. I wasn't joining to change my life. I wasn't joining to travel the world and inspire people, right? I was joining because I wanted to put a full tank of gas in my car. And when I wanted to go to the burrito truck, I wanted to be able to buy two burritos. You know what I'm saying? I was being a little greedy. You know what I'm saying? Let's admit it. I was being a little greedy, but that's why I signed up. Full tank of gas, and I want to be able to buy 2 burritos at the burrito truck. But I'm going to tell you the difference in what shifted me from saying, you know what? I'm doing this part-time with this baby mindset. Now, mind you, if that's your mindset, that's fine. I just didn't know what was available, right? And that's the beautiful thing about Herbalife. It's about what you want to do inside of the company. You don't have to want to go to president's team. You don't have to want to go to chairman's club. You don't have to want to do nothing except contribute on some level, right? So for me, I didn't know what was available because I wasn't going to events, right? So the shift that was like, yo, I'm about to change from doing this kind of on the side to, you know what, I can actually make a name for myself. I could actually change my life. I could actually go after some goals with this, was me going to LDW, which is actually my favorite event, which is my first event. So it's a crazy story. I actually hit supervisor the day before LDW. It was in Napa, California. And so when you're a supervisor, right? Raise your hand, type a 1 in the chat if you're a supervisor, right? For those who I don't know, type a 1 in the chat if you're a supervisor, right? So for me, I just hit supervisor the day before LDW. So when you go to LDW or when you go to any training, right, they say, oh, you get to go to supervisor school. So for me, I didn't know what supervisor school was because in Herbalife world, if you're a supervisor, you kind of know what you're doing. You know, you got your bearings a little bit. You've been around the block at least 1 or 2 times. You know what I'm saying? For me, I didn't know anything about what I was doing. I was just selling the products and making money. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know about personal development. I didn't know about leveling up. I didn't know about building the team. I didn't know none of that. I just knew if I sold this amount of products, I can get 50% discount and I can make more money doing the same thing. That's what I knew. So when I go to this event, they're like, oh, you get to go to supervisor school, da-da-da-da-da. Boom, right? Supervisor school is a little bit higher training versus just the general training for the rest of the event, right? So for me, going to the supervisor school, seeing people that look like me, right? Seeing people or hearing about stories, the testimonials from similar backgrounds as mine, right? And different backgrounds of mine, of course. It changed my life. At that moment, my life was changed, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do Herbalife until. And it wasn't like, I'm only do this for 1 year and see if I'm successful. It was like, no, if that person can do it, I'm going to do it. So therefore, in turn, I'm doing Herbalife until. Life is going to get hard regardless if I'm doing Herbalife or not, so I might as well keep doing Herbalife. I'm going to continuously have problems no matter what I got going on, whether I'm rich, whether I'm poor, whatever the case is, I'm going to have problems. So you know what? I might as well continue to chase my goals. I might as well continue to show up, right? So it was like, no matter what's going on, I adopted that mindset early. No matter what's going on, I keep applying pressure no matter what. It doesn't matter if you're going through a breakup. It doesn't matter if you got drama in your life. It doesn't matter if you got bills that you're worried about. Listen, if you got bills you need to worry about, that's why you need to do Herbalife. If you got a boyfriend or girlfriend and you having a breakup, you should probably do Herbalife a little bit more, show up to the events, meet somebody there that's looking really nice in your eyes. You know what I'm saying? You got drama in your life? Come surround yourself around positive people that's in the Herbalife community that don't take that no drama attitude. You know what I'm saying? You need to come around and because of the community, you need to come around because of the products, and you need to come around because it can change your life. And I understood that early. So I was like, you know what? I might as well show up to the event. I might as well give 120. I might as well go hard because the time gonna pass anyway. How many of you guys have been to events? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you've been to an event. Marty. So it looked like I know a few of the people that don't have their cameras on have been to events. So, right, let's talk about it. If you want to get to an event, if you want to change your life, I'm going to tell you that it's going to take you to do certain things. You're going to have to go to events because the events allow you to see the bigger picture, bigger than your sponsor, right? Bigger than your upline. The events are going to allow you to see the maximum capacity of what's available to you inside of the Herbalife opportunity, whether you want to go to President's Team or you want to make $500 a month. $500 a month consistently will change somebody's life. For a single mom or a single parent in any form, that's a lot of groceries. That's a lot of diapers. That's a lot that you can do that you didn't have before. $500. Now just imagine if he's like, you know, I want to make $1,500. I want to make $2,000, right? Just imagine what that would be like. You know what? Showing up to the events, I'm gonna tell you guys something. Showing up to the events is kind of like getting your college degree, right? So say whatever your goal is, let's do it like this. Let's get interactive on the call. Who wants to make more money on the call? Raise your hand. Raise your hand in the chat or raise your hand with the little option button. Right, exactly. Yes, thank you for do it like that. $500 is my monthly car payment. Bet that would change your life. If you have $500 doing from some Herbalife to pay your car payment, that's gonna change your life. That's what's up. Okay, bet. So check it out. You want to make more money? That's awesome. Okay, now type a 1 in the chat right now if you know the ballpark range of money that would change your life today if you made it monthly. Type that number in the chat or unmute yourself and say it. The ballpark amount that would change your life forever if you was consistently getting this monthly. Get some interaction going on in the chat. That's one thing I've been trying to work on. Like instead of getting to see who really paying attention, instead of just talking, let me see if y'all hearing me, right? Right. 13 bands, Marty, 13 bands. 13 bands, I ain't mad at you. 400, 1,000, 5 bands. Okay, bet, yeah. Yes, that was actually my first goal. That was my first thing that I said in Herbalife. I want to make 5 bands a month that would change my life. I still ain't hit it yet. That's the thing. I haven't hit it yet. It's on the way. Definitely. 5 bands, 2,000, 2,500, 2,000. That would change your life forever, right? Awesome. Okay, that's great. Now type a 2 in the chat if you know how much time you have to reach that. Meaning, I don't have time to play. I need to hit this goal by this time. Whether it's a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, whatever it is. I know I told myself in 2015, I have a 5-year goal. Was it 2016? 2015. It was like right in that range. I have a 5-year goal to say, you know what? I need to be able to hit this dollar amount by this time to let me know that I'm on track, right? To let me know that I'm doing what I need to do that's necessary, because I understood that I wasn't able to get out in the streets as much because I have commitments that I must do, right? Some people got kids, some people got school, some people got extracurricular activities that they previously committed to before joining Herbalife. So you necessarily can't be out in the streets talking to 10 people a day about the products, 10 people a day about the business, right? That may not be applicable for you, which is fine. If you don't make it to President's Team in 2 years, that's okay. That's not your goal, right? But if you want to make it to President's Team, you do have to have a range of when you want to do it and allow that to permeate as far as your action and say, you know what, I'm about to get busy. So we looking at 4 years, 2 to 3 years, 3 years, 1 year. Okay, bet. Now that can tell you the level of intensity you want to play at. Whatever that goal is for you, it's kind of like getting a college degree, right? To say, you know what, how many of us, you guys so when you graduate, right, in a perfect world, you're going to a university, right? In a perfect world, you're going to a university on a scholarship, right? And say, you know what, I'm going to get my bachelor's degree in 4 years. Is that how it works? Something like that? Or your AA or your bachelor's? Whatever. I don't know. I don't got my degree. That's okay, right? 4 years, bet. I'm going to get my bachelor's degree in 4 years. How many of you guys know, whether it was you or somebody you know that's been in school longer than 4 years to get that bachelor's degree? Longer than 4 years, right? Even when you go to JUCO, right? She's talking about me right here. me, right? Even when you go to JUCO, it's supposed to take you 2 years to get your AA. How many people you know that went to JUCO for 4 years? How many people? Right? So that's just like your goal in Herbalife, whether you say, I want to hit Get Team by this time, Millionaire Team by this time, or President's Team by this time. That's your time to get action so you can get your degree or your level in the business, right? So if you want to maximize the time that you're going to be there and actually minimize the time that you're going to be there and maximize the action, it's going to take you to be committed. It's going to take you to give stuff up. It's going to take you to say, you know what? That's not as important as this. Because I'm going to tell you, that's like going to school. I don't know how many credits it is. I forget, for a full semester, right? But that's like you say the credits is 32 credits and you're like, you know what? I'm going to take 10. The credits is like you showing up to the events. The credits is you getting on the calls. The credits is you going to the team event or the team outings, right? The credits is you getting new clients. The credits is you getting new distributors, right? Like that's the test. You got to study first, show up to the events, show up to the team calls, show up to the team gatherings to pass the test. That's what gets you the grade that says, you know what, you did well enough. Here's your level up. So your credits, your studying is the events, the calls, the team outings, right? Any kind of extracurricular activity, that's your studying, and your test is when those new clients say, yes, I will mess with you. Yes, I will get that program. Yes, I will sign up with you and do this business with you. Yes, I want to chase my dreams with you. Yes, I want to open up a nutrition club. Yes, I want to go travel the world. Those are your tests. And if you pass, the rate at which you pass at is about how many people say yes. Yeah, I know that's good. Take that in, right? Your passing is the people that say, yes, I want to do this with you, right? So some of you guys might be like this. How do you learn without going to your school? Man, how? I don't know. So you got to look at it like this. Some of you guys might be like, oh, I'm not good at talking to people. I'm not good at following up. I'm not good at doing contacts. I'm not good at conversation, right? I'm going to tell you guys something. Massive action eliminates everything that you're not good at because of the amount of what you're doing, right? So if you're not good at talking to people, if you just massively talk to hella people, eventually you'll get good at it. I'm not good at following up. You know what? If you just say, I'm going to massively follow up and learn my mistakes, because that's what it was for me. Because my sponsor, I'm going to tell you guys this, I had to get it the hard way because my sponsor didn't know what he was doing at the time that he signed me up. He was new. So he couldn't tell me exactly what to say, how to say it, and how to, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't necessarily available for me. So, I had to figure it out by just continuously doing it. That's what it's going to take. For you guys that's scared to do certain things, to go set up a shop, start your nutrition club, start your satellite club, starting your tea drops, whatever the case is, starting your fit club, going out talking to people, wearing your button outside, whatever it is, I'm going to tell you what, if you want to change your life, you're going to have to do something that's scared, that makes you scared. That's what it's going to have to be. So this is what you guys got to understand that. Get that in your brain now. I'm going to be scared doing some stuff. But I'm going to tell you, you have two levels of scared to choose. I'm scared to talk to this person and what they might say, or I'm scared of my life staying the same and I'm living mediocre for the rest of my life. Pick which scared you want to go through, right? Pick which hard it is. It's hard to talk to people. I don't know what they're going to say. They might not mess with me. Or you could be living mediocre for the next 50 years of your life because you were scared to talk to somebody. Pick your poison. Listen, check it out. You're going to have to commit to something. You're going to have to commit to saying, I want to get better. You're going to have to commit to saying, I'm giving some stuff up. You're going to have to commit. What are you willing to commit to? That's a question you should ask yourself and write that down. Because right now it's the start of the fourth quarter, right? My phone is on 3%. I ain't got no damn charger. So tuned in till it dies. It's all right, good. Don't even trip. It's recorded. I'll send it to you. Feel me? So listen, it's the start of the fourth quarter. We had the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. If you haven't been going hard all year, if your 2019 hasn't gone how you want it to go, leave that shit at the door. Right now is your opportunity to say, you know what, in 2019, I'm going to go hard for the rest of 2019 so my 2020 can be set up powerfully, right? How can I set my 2020 up powerfully? Well, you can say, you know what? I'm going to do a 90-day event or a 90-day plan. 90-day plan. I know you guys have heard about it. We done talked about it, X, Y, Z. I know. Let's check it out. Let's break it down. 90 days. What is that? Some people say 90 days of the best day ever, whatever that means. Shake, tablets, whatever the case is. Some people look at it like that. Some people say 90 days of me being in action. Some people say 90 days of the same thing. I like to think of it of 90 days of purpose, right? So the reality of it is you don't have to be doing Herbalife 7 days a week, but you might have to be doing it 6 days a week, right? And on that 7th day, you purposely chilling. You purposely doing the family thing. You purposely unplugging yourself, right? You purposely enjoying your life. Because it's like this. You'll go insane not having some form of balance, right? I've heard people say there is no balance. I personally don't agree with that because without balance is chaos. I don't believe in that. You got to have some form of balance. So you say, you know what? On my 7th day or whatever day, right? One day out of the week, this is just what I'm saying, right? One day out of the week, I'm purposely going to not do Herbalife as much, right? And the thing about it is, a lot of you guys, I know Marty's been a part of this, right? Some of you guys may have been a part of this, some of you guys not. A lot of you guys say, you know, in my 90 days, I'm about to go blitz the mall. I'm about to go blitz wherever. I'm about to go blitz the college campus. And I'm about to go do invites like this. Hand them out. How many people have done invites like that? Said, you know, I'm going to blitz the area. I'm about to hand out X amount. I'm about to go talk to 10 people for an hour. Whatever the case is. I know I've done that, right? But a better thing is if you say, you know what, I'm about to move. I'm about to operate in my everyday life and capitalize on the opportunities that come to me. So, you know what, instead of me saying, I'm about to go to the mall, I'm about to talk to 10 people and be scared about it, you might as well, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to Chipotle, wherever your favorite spot to eat, wherever that is, right? You're going to the dry cleaners, you're going to the wash house, you're going to the bank, you're going to the gym, whatever the case is, right? Instead of me saying, I'm about to go to the mall and talk to 10 people, why don't you just capitalize on the opportunities that present themselves as you're doing things throughout the day, right? So you see somebody making eye contact with you, you got your button on, that's an opportunity for you to capitalize. Somebody say, hey, what's your button about? That's an opportunity for you to capitalize. When somebody say, hey, it looked like you work out, that's an opportunity for you to capitalize. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody's like, yo, you done lost weight. What you been doing? That's an opportunity for you to capitalize because now it's natural instead of you forcing the issue. You know what I'm saying? It allows you to be your true authentic self than rather you trying to sell something. Because at the end of the day, yes, you're selling stuff. At the end of the day, yes, we're selling Herbalife for sure. Don't get it twisted. We're in sales, right? But you can make it a little bit less abrasive. You can make it a little bit more authentic by you not necessarily pressing the issue, but you're there at the right place at the right time, which can be awesome, but you have to put yourselves in position to be able to do that, right? So you have to say, you know what, this morning I'm about to wake up, I'm about to have my shake, I'm about to have my tablets, I'm about to listen to my personal development in the morning instead of listening to trap music first. I know some of y'all wake up in the morning and throw on that, what, Sweetie, City Girls? I know some of y'all do that. Some of y'all, right? And some people wake up and say, you know what, I'm about to listen to Mark Hughes, I'm about to listen to Jim Rohn, right? It's a choice because then when you do it like that, then the tone of your day is set rather than you thinking about, you know what I'm saying, dropping it low. I'll be seeing y'all on the gram. Trust me, I know I'll be seeing y'all and that's what y'all be on all day versus the person that's building a business, getting clients, talking about the challenge that's coming up, talking about, hey, come check out this opportunity, come try these shakes. It's a difference. And you notice a difference in volume. You notice a difference in the money they make. You notice a difference in just a lifestyle over time, right? If you continuously show up and do it like this, you'll win versus the latter, right? So that's that. But about that though, it's about getting to the events and being able to see what's going on. So LDW is coming up. How many of you guys got your LDW ticket? Raise your hand if you have your LDW. Type a 1 in the chat or raise your hand if you have your LDW ticket. We can wait a second to see who has it and who doesn't have it, right? So that's the thing. And this is the crazy part about it, right? This is my sister. Say what's up. Hey, gang, right? Awesome. Anyway, if you don't have your LDW ticket by now, it's in October. Like, dog, I don't know. Are you guys in NorCal? Are you guys in NorCal? Bet. And you don't have your LDW ticket yet? It's a problem. You ain't trying to change your life. That's the thing. It's the fundamentals. It's the fundamentals of doing what's necessary to say, you know, I'm gonna get the knowledge and I'm gonna set it up, right? Because it was $75. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, the LDW ticket's been available since July 1st. And it's October what 6th? It's October 6th and y'all ain't got your ticket yet? Y'all ain't trying to change your life. Y'all not committed to changing your life. That's the little things. It's like saying, you know what? I'm about to do what's necessary so I can get my everything straight, right? So for those who may not live necessarily in San Francisco, I'm gonna get my LDW ticket early so I can run my checkup so I can get my hotel in San Francisco or somewhere by it, right? Rather than worrying about it last minute. Or, you know what, I'm gonna get my LDW ticket early because I gotta be better than my distributors. Because the reality is your team is not gonna do everything that you do. But you can set the example and you can hold them accountable to it if you do it first, right? So some of you guys might be like, oh, I don't have a team yet. Show up for the team that you don't have yet. Because listen, I've sat in events without teams. Did I check the chat? I didn't even check the chat. Not a soul typed one. That's what I'm saying. You guys don't got your LDW tickets yet. It's a problem, right? It's a problem. And I'm not saying like it's a bad thing, because everybody has their choice of doing what they want to do, because we're all independent distributors. I believe that if you do everything that's necessary, show up to the events, permeate what you see into the rest of the world, then everything else will follow. The people will follow, the team will follow, the money will follow, right? If you chase the people, the money will come, right? But you can never go get the people if you don't ever get the skills, and you can never get the skills if you don't commit to going to the event. I promise. It's like job training, right? How many of y'all got jobs? Your job had training before you actually got to get out in the field with it, right? They had to train you for your 2 weeks or whatever the case was to say, you know what? Here's how you do your job. This is the policies and this is how we do it. Same thing in Herbalife. You got to do your training first, so when you out in the streets, you know what to say. Or when somebody want to talk bad about Herbalife, you didn't heard all the testimonials about all the weight loss stories, all the income stories that you bulletproofed up. So when people shooting at you, it's just bouncing off because you know what's possible, right? But you can never have that confidence in the company. You can never have that confidence in the products. You can never have that confidence in yourself if you don't armor yourself first. The events will give you armor every time. So now for me, right, there's not a soul. Listen, I promise. I can't speak for everybody, but I know for me, can't nobody tell me nothing about Herbalife. I didn't gain 40 pounds using the products. I didn't change my body. I didn't change my life. I didn't made a lot of money. I didn't traveled all over the country. I didn't inspired a lot of people. I didn't helped hella people lose weight. I didn't built a team. You know what I'm saying? We got a nutrition club in our downline. Nobody can tell me anything about Herbalife about it's not real, that it's not work, that it's a scam, right? That doesn't affect me because my armor is impenetrable. But for you guys who don't necessarily commit as hard, may not have that same level of density in your armor, if you have armor. So how do you build your armor? You got to show up to the events. How will you show up to the events? Show up powerfully. How do you show up powerfully? Commit to going as soon as you know that the tickets are available, right? Because if you want to grow your team isn't going to go if they don't see you go. Why would anybody in my downline go to the events if I don't place value on the events, right? Or for the people that's watching your journey, right? You guys got social media. You guys post about it, hopefully, right? If you don't commit to learning, if you don't show people that, yo, I'm trying to get better with inside of my company, why would anybody want to join with you? Say, you know, I want to follow that person. This person has vision. This person has something that they want, and I can get behind that. But if you don't never show that, if you don't ever talk about it, if you don't have the vision, people won't follow you. And if people won't follow you, at the end of the day, you're not going to change your life inside of Herbalife to the point to where your lifestyle has changed. Like, yeah, you can make some money just selling the products for show, definitely. Like, don't get me wrong. Let's be clear on that. You could definitely sell the products and make some good money doing that. But if you want to change your life, if you want to have a team, you want to have royalties, you want that, then it's going to take for you to say, you know what, I need to bring people with me. I need people to say, yes, I want to do this business with you, right? So it's going to take for you to say, you know what, I'm going to be better. I'm going to show up to the events. I'm going to do something, because that's the game changer. The events are where you go from being good to great. Promise. So when you look at it like that, they're how do I say, they're no matter what. Like for you guys that got kids, your kids are your no matter what's, right? Whatever they need or whatever, you feel me? Whatever the case is, the kids no matter what. If you want to change your kid's life, you might have to change yours in the process. So you know what? If I want to change my life, I got to show up different. Not just show up, because clearly you guys are showing up. You guys are here on the call. Awesome. Bet. Kudos to you. Now you have to up level that. You have to say, you know, I'm playing a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a starter on the team, coach. I don't want to just be a bench warmer. I don't just want to be on the team. I want to be a starter. I want to contribute. How do you become a starter? You practice, you put in work, you show up. Then you get your opportunity to shine. And your opportunity to shine is when people saying, you know what? Yes, let me do this with you. And you're walking across stage saying, oh, I'm the newest Get Team member. And last month I made $3,000 in Herbalife. $3,000 right now? Who would use $3,000 right now? Now ask yourself this, and you don't got to answer this. Yes, I like the fact that you raised your hand. Yes, thank you. Are you doing the work to say, I deserve $3,000 extra? That's the question. If you ain't doing the work, you can't want it. Good things, good and great things comes to those who deserve, not those who want. So if you want $3,000, that's awesome. Listen, I want $1 million. I ain't putting in $1 million work right now to get $1 million though. So I need to up level that, right? So I have a suggestion for you guys. Go on myherbalife.com and get your tickets before they go up to, before you can't get them online no more, and you got to pay $120 at the door, because that's just terrible when you could have got them for $75. But ask yourself this: am I even going to the event? Some of you guys have already checked yourself out because you were like, you know what? I may not have the money, or whatever the case is. Listen, if you don't got the money, that's why you should go to the event. If you don't have a team, that's why you should go to the event. If you want to change your life, that's why you should go to the event. If you want to be around people, a positive community, that's why you should go to the event. Because LDW is better than STS. In my opinion, it's a little bit better than Extravaganza, because they actually get into the details about what's possible. So definitely show up to the event. myherbalife.com, get your ticket, whether you're wherever you're at, wherever, you know what I'm saying? I know the East Coast, they had the event this weekend. I know Texas, they had the event this weekend. Ours is in 2 weeks. So not this weekend coming up, NorCal. Not this weekend coming up, but the weekend after is the NorCal LDW. So myherbalife.com, ask your sponsor about how to look for it, and it's going down. Other than that, though, for you guys that are new, right, this is your opportunity, because I've been informed that you guys maybe haven't been plugged into any team calls or whatever the case may be. This is your opportunity to ask questions about whatever, as far as business, or you just got whatever. You know what I'm saying? If you got questions, go ahead and shoot them, because they're all good. And if you don't have any questions, it's cool. But if you do, great opportunity to ask. I might have the answer for you. But if not, if we all know how to get to president's team already, then we don't need any questions answered. No questions? Okay, it's all good. Make sure that you guys know that the 40th event, or the 40th anniversary promotion, is going on. There's hella promotions for the preferred members. There's promotions for distributors. If you don't know the promotions, myherbalife.com will tell you the promotions. I've already talked about this on previous calls, but myherbalife.com explains it better than I can, because it's actually laid out. Promotions for distributors, preferred members, and new distributors. LDW is coming up. And for those that are specifically in my downline, we are extending the challenge not until the 7th, but I believe until the 14th. Is that? Yes, the 14th. So a week from tomorrow is when the challenge will start. So for those who are watching this call now, or for those that are going to watch in the future, not tomorrow is when the October challenge starts, October 14th. So you still have a time to get people in there. For you guys that are not my downline, you guys should probably try to start a challenge, or if you're already going to be involved in one or whatever the case is, talk to Madi, talk to Steph, whoever your upline is, about getting involved in the challenge so you can create some momentum inside of your business, get new clients, get new people. You know what I'm saying? Because new solves all, right? We have one starting tomorrow. Boom, then you good then. Look, disregard what I'm saying. Disregard everything I'm saying. If you got one starting tomorrow, okay, go ahead and do your thing. I'm not mad at you. You know what I'm saying? So we'll go like that. I appreciate you guys for getting on the call. It will be posted. For those that are not in my downline, I'll send it to your upline. She'll send it to you guys. See you guys. I appreciate it. Let's get it.